No, that's what it is.
Welcome and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Who are you and how'd you get in here?
The name's Jack Hammer, but you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry, I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop. Said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it. Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's three possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Ah, my cybernetic helmet. Thanks. I owe you one. Ah. Hi. It's good to see you. Do you need something?
What's the mutant amplifier do?
The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on.
Oof. What would Dr. Doom do with the super soldier serum?
Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique.
No, I'm just saying the
Plus,
line.
the doctor who originally developed it is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah, it was no problem at all.
Ray disgusts me. No, you just exist. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Spider-Man.
Excellent.
I'm just joking, brother. Take a joke. Take a joke.
Hello, Ms. Marvel. Ready for your mission to Atlantis?
Other than needing to be able to breathe underwater, yes, I think I'm ready.
Ah,
Of course.
All right.
how's things, Spider-Man?
Not so good. I think my costume shrunk in the dryer.
Ah,
If that's what you want.
Welcome, my friend. Do you require information?
Who is Namor?
Namor is the first known hybrid of Homo sapiens and Homo mermanus, humans and merpeople. He can breathe water and air, but if he's away from water too long,
At
he
noon?
will begin to weaken. As with most
Bro, I'm not getting that shit
he
until
has an inborn
June,
distrust of
July
service
11th.
boys, and true to his belligerent nature, Namor can take his distrust to the extreme.
Who are the Atlanteans?
The Atlanteans are distant cousins to your race. Having evolved on the ocean floor, it is impossible for them to breathe air. Because they live in the extreme conditions of the ocean, merpeople are very hardy. They are stronger than humans, can swim up to 30 miles per hour, and live to be over 150 years of age.
What do you know about Nick Fury's brother, Jacob?
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon
I'm
forget.
just saying lines
Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older
of
brother's
the game.
success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. I am glad to be of assistance.
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis. Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne. Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis.
Dean's talking
You do
about.
not know. He has been a fair and just ruler for many years. The people love him. Perhaps, but Namor has always been kind to his people. There has to be some other explanation for this mass hysteria.
No, the Atlanteans from there.
When Mer people and surface dwellers first met, there was quite a bit of hostility. There were even several invasion attempts. The relationship between our two races is lukewarm at best. The Mer people prefer to keep us at arm's distance. Once you reach our Atlantis outpost, you will be infected with a special nanotechnology. Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Pym had a hand in developing it. It will allow you to breathe water with no discomfort. You will also be able to move along the bottom of the ocean, as if you were moving on dry land. I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. You are quite welcome.
Well done on the Omega mission. Will you have the same success in Atlantis? S.H.I.E.L.D.'s directive is to keep the world peace. To do that, we have to monitor the activities of every major civilization. I'm sure they wouldn't be too happy, and that's why they aren't going to find out about it. We realize now that Doom had no intention of commandeering the helicarrier. They attacked to draw additional security forces there. Correct. The Omega and the experiments it held was their prime objective all along. Dugan's still trying to sort things out, but apparently the base sustained only minor damage. Yes, they'd been locked in a cold storage unit on level 3. Aside from some minor cases of frostbite, everyone was fine. Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. You're welcome.
I can see why, wait, the Twins have an All-Star, right? Who's the All-Star? Oh, okay. It's like as he should be. He's having a great season. Yeah, but people like Javi Baez. I don't know why. That shit was a popularity contest. You already know
It's go time.
because Mike Trout finished 4th in voting.
Okay.
4th. Wes, did you hear me? I don't know.
If you say so.
All I know is he finished 4th in voting.
Spider-Man.
Excellent.
That's when I knew.
Hey, how's it going? It definitely belongs to the Black Widow. It's got her fingerprints.
I was really more upset that Bobby Witt was ahead of
For most techs, it
Jeremy
would have
Pena.
been a
Jeremy
lost
Pena.
cause,
I'll give you
but for
Wilson.
me,
I'm not giving you Bobby.
I managed to drag up a few tidbits of information. It
Jeremy
mostly
Pena
dealt with
had a
what
better
Venom
season than
called
Bobby.
the Imperium.
Jeremy Pena also got hurt though, so you might not play.
I don't know, but that laptop had the layout of the building and all kinds of information
He
about the security. I can.
Fractured
but you need
a
to give me
rib on a
Fury's
pitch that hit him.
Shield's priority files. I bet I'll find everything you
And now
wanna know.
Jake Myers has calf tightness, so we'll see what happens. My team is slowly going down, but we're apparently 20 games above 500 somehow.
My sources tell me it's one of 3 possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron
Brandon
Strucker,
Lau, the
or
Houston Astro.
Gabriel
No, I'm
Jones.
joking. I said I would like him. I don't think we're gonna get him.
Talk to Vision.
I knew that because we don't have the prospects needed. No, Cedric Mullins is not that guy. No.
Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need.
I don't know, dog.
Sure. Anytime.
I wish I could tell
I
you.
must admit, I find news of a shield outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent SHIELD is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders.
I know. The Mariners on a 3-game winning streak and only gained half a game.
And now I wonder if perhaps SHIELD doesn't have an outpost hidden
Because we
there.
swept the Dodgers.
We have the
Did you hear
largest
me?
deposit of vibranium in the world.
Yep.
To open
They
our
beat them
borders would be an
18-1,
invitation to those who would
5-4,
counter
and then 5-1.
us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther
I know.
is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base. You are quite welcome.
Oh, like I said, you've seen my tweets. I've always defended Christian
Hello, my
Walker.
friend. I trust all is well. You are...
I know seeing the Super Soldier project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes. But historically, it's done a great job of keeping
I
the
didn't think
peace.
Joe Ryan deserved to get in there over Brian Wu. I don't think Joe
Recently,
Ryan
we're
should have.
testing
I
out
think
a
if
version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility.
you seen Yusei Kikuchi's stats, he has because he plays on the Angels, he has a losing record, right? It's like I think it was like 2-6 or 3-6, one of the two. But his ERA is like 3.01. And he has like over 100 strikeouts already.
Yes. During World War II, I volunteered.
So
for
you said
Operation
Kuku.
Rebirth.
I think he has more of a thing called Shane Smith, but Shane Smith is the only guy on that team that deserves to be an all-star.
I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs,
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm
killed.
saying. There
He
is
was
no
paid
one
to
else.
recreate his work. I have to admit, things sound
I don't
kind of
know.
suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that
You know what would be
laptop
funny
during
if you
the
put a
attack on
picture
the
of Baba
helicarrier?
instead of Ronder's like on the Rondo Franco like face, instead of putting like his like the shortstop, you should
No,
put Bamba's face
I'd
on
need
there.
a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow.
Which, by the way,
Anytime.
nothing's happened so far.
Hi, what's new? Any
I haven't seen anything.
Stark Towers of beauty, isn't she?
What you mean?
Consider her one of
Did it
my
just come
greatest
out?
achievements.
Did it just happen?
No problem.
5 years probation is
Force needed
ridiculous.
a base, so it seemed like the thing to do.
Who did Bamba say that? Because it didn't pop up in the news.
I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement. More like they had trouble.
Yeah, because they usually post it on
I
the.
wanted out of the weapons business. I can't
They
tell
would-
you how many breach of
They would
contract
post
suits
it
they filed.
like on the news.
That was just the beginning. Suddenly, I
Maybe they
had
haven't
trouble
gotten to
getting
it yet.
building permits, filing patents.
He easily got.
Don't get me
He had
started
to
on how my
be
taxes
on the registry, right?
I'm not sure exactly.
He has to be on the
One morning
registry,
I
right?
realized I needed to do more than just amass
Like on the
wealth.
sex offender list.
I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful.
Yeah.
Really don't need
You don't
that
get
many
5 years
weapons,
probation.
but
He's still allowed to use Snapchat, which I find to be ridiculous.
I wanna be able to use my lives, not destroy them.
So basically, it means like you gotta check in with the probation officer. You gotta do all those things, and then basically they give it as like a kind of like detention. But if you do it again, like you said, get sent to juvie. But in this case, he'll get sent to jail.
Anytime, my friend.
So if he does like what's the word I'm looking for? So basically, if he I'm guessing violates the conditions of his probation, he'll get sent to jail. So basically, he can't
The Black Widow is up to something.
fuck
I
with
just know
minors.
it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier? You're well. What can I do for you? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy.
I think it's because
Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for
it's
the
because his
building.
family
From the
knows
loss of those
the girl's
systems,
family,
The Imperium must hold something valuable.
from what I heard.
Not yet.
So they probably all like said like if he pleads guilty, he'll get probation instead of because if he can't plead not guilty.
Yes. Colonel Fury's
I think he
trust
also
doesn't
knew
come
new
easily,
people,
and once given, it's nearly impossible to break.
but he's not coming back here. I tell you that much right now. He's not coming
Were
back.
closed several years
There's no
ago,
way he's.
and the Black Widow and Daredevil.
No, you
were
can't.
close. Not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both.
Only Stumpy and Sendu.
You're welcome.
Well, I don't. I'm assuming Sen,
You located
but
the missing cousin.
Stumpy does. You know, every time you mention Bamba in like the conversation he's having, he doesn't say anything back.
It was
No, he's not.
good day.
Not with me in
How
here.
can I be of assistance? My name is Edwin Jarvis, and I'm Mr. Anthony Stark's butler.
He won't
as
join
well
when
as the
I'm in
butler
here
for the Avengers.
because he knows I'll bring up the Baba situation.
You could say it runs in my blood. My mother and father worked for Mr.
Well,
Stark's parents.
like the brother said it's okay. Well, not really, but he essentially like basically he said it was okay because she consented.
It is a dream of Mr. Stark's.
I was like,
4 years in the making. The top 3 floors are his living quarters. The rest of the building houses his business interests. No, not any longer.
that's what I'm saying.
Mr. Stark recently
That's
had a
what I
change
said.
of
I was
heart
like,
concerning that particular field of industry. This is primarily where new Iron Man suits are built for Mr. Stark. Oh, indeed he does. But as his designs have grown more and more complex, he has required assistance in manufacturing them. It was my pleasure.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back
Joe
from the
Ryan,
Omega.
like who does he?
Telling you, it's gotta
He thinks
stop.
he should make it over Brian Wu, which should, but not over Ryan is what he's saying. Brian Wu. Hold on. Yeah, but he says Joe is better in every category. Joe Ryan wasn't gonna make it over Brian Wu. Alright, Brian Wu has more innings pitched than Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan has 98, Brian Wu has 110 or 108. Alright, but I had to check Stumpy because Stumpy has been saying he's been dominant.
Sure thing, bub.
And I said,
Hey, bub. What's up?
Luis Severino has more innings pitched. I said he's been good though. I didn't say he was bad. I said he's just not been dominant.
Fire more times than I can remember.
He says very dominant outings by Wu, otherwise he wouldn't be pitching so many innings. But then I said like Zach Littell and Luis Severino have more innings than him. Does that mean they're dominant?
Look, Fury does what he has to keep
like
the world
to
safe.
put.
He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules.
I don't think he did. I think it was to vote for the starters.
And Fury trusts her. Unless that meathead weasel comes up with.
So I don't think he made it. I think he wanted to be voted in, but he didn't. His numbers are trash.
After all the trouble I had with the hand recently, I owe Fury my life a dozen times over. Let's just say that evil bunch of psychos got.
You know who should have made it though?
Their assassin.
I don't know if you agree.
A lot of people, a lot of pain.
Valdez.
Fury helped me out, kept me alive. And I'll
Yes.
never forget that. Sure.
Look at his numbers. He got blown up in the Dodgers game. He gave up 4 runs.
Could I ask a big favor of you? Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts out every once in a while. Anytime at all, friend.
Hi, it's good to see you. Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away. Ah.
Yeah.